Very good morning, students. Now today, lecture 2 session, I am going to continue. So now next is codominance. So codominance concept will be asked for 2 marks question, students. So what is codominance? Codominance andre in this phenomenon at a heterozygous condition, or you can say at a heterozygous individuals, both alleles express equally. Both alleles express equally such that the characters of both alleles are found in individual. So this is the framed definition of me. So what is codominance? Codominance andre it is a phenomenon at which heterozygous individuals nalli both alleles express equally such that characters are found in that individual. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ both alleles characters are being found in that individual. So such phenomenon ಗೆ codominance ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So let me take one example of this one that is related to the blood group AB blood group. AB blood group in humans is the good example of the codominance. ಈಗ how the AB blood group is determined? Over the membrane of RBC, A antigen is present and B antigen is present. If A and B antigen are being found, they are equally expressed and there is a synthesis of the sugar, or I can say glycoprotein is being formed over the membrane of the RBC, then such individuals they having AB blood group. Okay. Now, just now I told you in human blood group the gene is what? I gene. So this I gene it is having more than 2 allelic forms. Just now I said you that is IA, IB as well as small I. Now presently you forget about the small I. Just we can concentrate on IA as well as IB. The IA allele, IB allele, when they get expressed equally, andre both alleles are codominant to each other, then in the individual, the A antigen as well as B antigen will be found over the membrane of RBC. Hence, such individuals, the characteristic of the blood group will be AB blood group. Clear, students? Hence I can say AB blood group is the good example of the codominance. Okay? Now this will be asked for the 2 marks question. What is codominance? What is the example of the codominance? Answer should be AB blood group. Clear? Now let me go with some of the problems which generally asked in recent previous examination also. So I will not write the complete problem here, but I will tell you in what way the problem is being asked on the basis of these blood groups. Think the father is having the A blood group and mother is having B blood group. The father is having a blood group, the mother is having a B blood group. Now, Further, how the question will be continue, what are the probable blood groups of child? ಅಂದರೆ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಇರ್ತಾವಂತ ಈ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಫಾರ್ ದಿ 2 marks ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? In just previous annual paper, this question came for 2 marks. So the father is having the A blood group, the mother is having the B blood group, or the parents is having A and B blood group. What are the probable blood groups of the child ಅಂತ ಇದರ question ಬಂದ. Then now we have to know what are the groups of their child. So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ first we have to take a phenotype of the parents. So father is having a A blood group. Like this we have to write. And mother is having a B blood group. Right, children? Now consider the genotype of it. So the genotype ಅನ್ನೋದು we have to take a heterozygous condition. I capital A small I capital B small I. Now the gametes of it, IA small I, IB small I. So these are the gametes. Now after fertilization in the F1 generation, the individuals, means the child will have which type of blood groups, means possibility of which type of blood groups. So like this, one type of blood group may be AB blood group, having the allele in the form of IA, IB. Another type of blood group in the child may be a possibility of A blood group, having heterozygous dominant condition. And another possibility of the blood group will be heterozygous B blood group. And the last possibility will be O blood group, that is homozygous recessive. Clear? So hence I can say, if the father is having the A blood group and mother is having a B blood group, so these are the probability of the blood groups of their child. Means the child may have the AB blood group or A blood group or B blood group or O blood group. Clear, students? Now let me go with one more problem based on this only. Consider the father is having a blood group, the mother is having a O blood group. Father is having a A blood group, the mother is having a O blood group. Now consider this is of heterozygous condition, and O blood group obviously it will be homozygous recessive. Hence here you have to take the genotype IA small I and small I small I. Now the gametes of this one is IA small I, small I, small I, like this. Now you make a cross. So IA small I, IA small I, II means what is the possibility of their child blood group? They may have either A blood group or they may have O blood group. Itara easily we can come to know if we know the genotypes of the blood group of parents. What are the probable blood groups can be possible in their children? Easily we can deduce it and easily we can come to know. Clear, children? So this is all about the codominance as well as certain problems based on the human blood group. So idu matra don't forget. This was been asked for many times in the previous paper. The parents having a and B blood group what are the possible blood groups in their children. ಅದು ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೆಟರೋಜೈಗಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೆಟರೋಜೈಗಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಇನ್ ದೇರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ there is a possibility of either AB blood group or A blood group or B blood group or O blood group will be occurs. Clear, children? So this is all about what? The codominance. So the next concept is pleiotropy. Pleiotropy andre it is a phenomenon in which single gene undergo inheritance. It is a phenomenon in which a single gene undergo inheritance and codes for multiple phenotypic characters, which code for multiple phenotypic characters. So it is called a pleiotropy. You try to understand the definition. Pleiotropy nalli, the single gene, when it undergo inheritance in the progeny, it will code for the multiple phenotypic characters. Clear? And such genes ಪ್ಲಿಯೋಟ್ರೋಪಿಕ್ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸಚ್ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಪ್ಲಿಯೋಟ್ರೋಪಿಕ್ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? ನೌ ಲೆಟ್ ಮೀ ಟೇಕ್ an example, that is phenylketonuria. ಈ phenylketonuria ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, it is abbreviated as PKU and it is autosomal recessive gene related disorder. It is an autosomal recessive gene related disorder. And phenylketonuria, it is a good example of the Mendelian gene related disorder. Phenylketonuria. And what I told here, it is an autosomal andre the chromosomes which are going to control the body characteristics. They are termed as what? Autosomes. So in that autosomes, the gene which codes for the enzyme where phenylketonuria will be not occurs. So such gene is entering into recessive condition. Recessive condition andrenu, it is failed to get expressed, means it is getting defective. Then the individual will be suffer with phenylketonuria. Okay, now which gene it is? PP gene. The name of the gene is PP gene. So when this PP gene gets defective, then individual will be suffer with phenylketonuria. Now if this PP gene is normal, like in all of us individuals who are not suffering with the phenylketonuria, if PP gene is normal, it will undergo expression and it will produce an enzyme, phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme. Yav enzyme produce ಆಗ್ತದೆ children? Phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme. If the PP gene is normal, it will undergo expression. So what is the meaning of expression here? Expression andre the gene will undergo transcription to form the mRNA, and mRNA undergo translation to form the protein. So that is called as a gene expression. So when the PP gene undergo expression, it will produce an enzyme that is called phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme. Now this enzyme, what it will do? So the purpose of this enzyme is to synthesize the tyrosine. Andre metabolism of tyrosine nalli ಈ ಒಂದು enzyme ಅನ್ನೋದು ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So what exactly this enzyme will do? So this enzyme, students, it will convert the phenylalanine, which is basically an amino acid, phenylalanine, into tyrosine. And tyrosine amino acid is very much required. In tyrosine anodu, it acts as a precursor for the synthesis of thyroxine hormone. And already we had been studied in the first year syllabus, chemical coordination and integration. Chemical coordination and integration, we had been studied about the thyroxine hormone, what is its role. So what is the role of the thyroxine hormone? It will maintain the basic metabolic rate. It will maintain the body temperature. It will promote the RBC formation. It will maintain electrolyte balance. Means the ionic composition in the body fluids will be maintained with the help of the thyroxine. And in case of the women, it also maintains the menstrual cycle. Means its duration followed by the phases which are present in it. So all these are what the functions of the thyroxine. And thyroxine anodu very important hormone. And for the synthesis of the thyroxine, the tyrosine amino acid is being required. Clear? But what is happening in the formation of this gene related disorder, that is phenylketonuria? The PP gene anodu, it is undergoing a defective. So when it is undergoing defective andrenu, it is not showing the normal expression. In place of that, abnormal expression ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So ಯಾಕೆ abnormal expression ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? The reason is what? The mutation which has been occurred in that gene. And because of the mutation, there is an alteration was been occurred in the nucleotide sequence of it. Hence students, ಈ PP gene ಅನ್ನೋದು defective ಆಗ್ತದ. And when it get defective, this enzyme, that is phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme ಅನ್ನೋದು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಈ phenylalanine ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, phenylalanine, so this phenylalanine will not convert into, the phenylalanine is not convert into tyrosine. In place of that, phenylalanine pyruvic acid will be formed. Phenylalanine pyruvic acid will be formed. So yavaga phenylalanine pyruvic acid formation ಆಗ್ತದಲ್ಲ, that will be gets accumulated in the blood. That will be gets accumulated in the blood. So when it get accumulated in the blood, so definitely that leads to the development of the symptoms. And those symptoms are being related to phenylketonuria. So what are the symptoms, students? So symptoms anodu, it is nothing but the morphological and physiological changes which will be seen in the individual. That is called symptoms. The first symptom, mental retardation. Mental retardation. Second symptom, body odor. Body odor changes. A foul smell will be there in the individual. Next, reduction or loss of hair. Reduction or loss of hair. Fourth, itching sensation. Itching sensation on the skin. Andre a sort of what we can say irritation anta helbodu. Next, fifth symptom, pigmentation of skin varies. Andre hypopigmentation agbodu. So better you can write, students, hypopigmentation. So these all are what? The symptoms related to the phenylketonuria. Now, how can you correlate the pleiotropy with phenylketonuria. Pleiotropy ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದ, the single gene when it undergo inheritance in the individual, it will cause for multiple phenotypic characters. So that's what happening here. When the PP gene undergo defective, the phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme will not produce. Thereby phenylalanine will not convert into tyrosine. In place of that, it is converting into phenylalanine pyruvic acid. ಈ phenylalanine pyruvic acid ಅನ್ನೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಡಿಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದಲ್ಲ in the blood, these are the following symptoms which will be generated. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ consider it as a characteristic. Consider it is an expressed form where these symptoms will be occurring in that individual. Okay, so this is considered as a good example of the pleiotropy, that is phenylketonuria. Now the next example I will move, students, that is a synthesis of starch in the pea seeds. Synthesis of starch in the pea seeds. So starch ಅನ್ನೋದು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? Starch ಅನ್ನೋದು will get synthesized in the plants by photosynthesis. Now here I will not enter into details of photosynthesis. Straight away we'll go with the second example of the pleiotropy, that is synthesis of starch in pea seeds. Synthesis of starch in pea seeds. ಇಲ್ಲಿ the starch synthesis is controlled by a single gene having two forms of alleles. So one is a dominant allele, that is capital B. Another one is a recessive allele. And as we know, the alleles are being exist in terms of the pairs, because usually the homologous chromosomes, either in the plant cell or in the animal cell, they exist in terms of what? Pairs, diploid in condition. Thereby here, the single gene, it is existing in two different forms of alleles. One is considered as a dominant allele, capital B. Another one as a recessive allele, that is small b. Now, go with the dominant allele. Consider in a pea plant having a homozygous dominant allele, that is capital B. So when it undergo expression, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the starch quantity is high. This is one character. Size of the seed is large. Size of the seed ಅನ್ನೋದು large ಇರ್ತದ. Starch quantity is high. Size of the seed is large, and shape of the seed is round. So thereby I can say a round shaped seed will be there. So this is at a homozygous dominant condition, capital B. ಈಗ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಬಂದು homozygous recessive. ಇಲ್ಲಿ the starch quantity it is low, it is less, and size of the seed it is small. Size of the seed ಅನ್ನೋದು small ಇರ್ತದೆ, and the shape of the seed will be wrinkle shape seed will be present. Wrinkle shaped seed will be present. So this is the second class of having homozygous recessive condition. ಈಗ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ you consider heterozygous condition where capital B, small b will be present. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು starch quantity is high, right students, and shape of the seed will be round shaped seed will be present. Shape of the seed ಅನ್ನೋದು round shaped seed. But interesting point ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ the intermediate size seed will be found. But ಯಾಕೆ intermediate size ಬಂದದೆ? That is the question for us. Intermediate size seed ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂದಂದ್ರೆ very simple. ಇಲ್ಲಿ capital B ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, which we say it as dominant allele. It failed to show its dominancy over the recessive allele. That's why the recessive allele has expressed its character by the blending process. Andre ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವೇ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ the dominant allele when it failed to get expressed the dominant allele when it failed to show its dominancy over the recessive allele ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಒಂದು blending of inheritance ಅನ್ನೋದು ಆಗಿದೆ. Because of the blending of inheritance ಇಲ್ಲಿ one new character has been synthesized, that is intermediate sized seed which is not found in the parent plants, means it indicates what the dominant character, it is not autonomous, it is not independent, it will be dependent based upon the environmental condition. That's why students here a new type of character was synthesized. Again, you see the single gene, how many characters it is going to control? Number one, the synthesis of the starch. Either it is high or it is low, as dominant recessive condition. Size of the seed, large, small, as well as intermediate, and shape of the seed, that is round as well as wrinkled. Hence I can say this again will be act as a good example for the pleiotropy, that is synthesis of starch by the pea seeds. So this is called a pleiotropy. Now next concept, polygenic inheritance. Now previously we had discussed about the pleiotropy. Now students, we are going to discuss the next concept, polygenic inheritance. So this polygenic inheritance usually asked for the 2 marks question. What is a polygenic inheritance? Give an example. Now look at the name of the concept, polygenic. Poly andre eno many, genic andre eno genes. So here the many genes will undergo inheritance in the progeny and it will code for the single character. So such type of inheritance ge polygenic inheritance anta karitara. So let me move with the definition of it. What is a polygenic inheritance? It is a phenomenon. It is a phenomenon in which single character is controlled with more than 3 genes. It is a phenomenon in which a single character is controlled with more than 3 genes or controlled by more than 3 genes. And such phenomenon ge polygenic inheritance anta karitara. Now I can simplify this definition once more. In this phenomenon, a single character, a single phenotypic expression is being controlled by more than 3 different genes. So such type of condition ge polygenic inheritance anta karitara. And it is exactly opposite toward the pleiotropy. So what I said in pleiotropy? In pleiotropy, a single gene, when it undergo expression, it is going to control or determine more than one phenotypic expression. Andre alli ಒಂದು single gene express ಆದರೆ in the progeny more than one phenotypic character ಅನ್ನೋದು it will be found in the individuals. So it is exactly opposite toward the pleiotropy. Now such genes ಗೆ ನಾವು polygenes ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬಹುದು. More than 3 genes which are going to get expressed, and in the progeny it is going to control or determine a single character. So such genes ಗೆ polygenes ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬಹುದು. Now what is the example for this one? Example, the skin color in human. The skin color in human. And the second example, the height in the same humans. Or you can write human beings. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 examples ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡಿವಿ related toward the polygenic inheritance, students. Now let me go with one example, that is skin color in human, which usually asked in the theory and also in the CET. So skin color in humans, it will be determined by 3 different genes. So those genes are of dominant condition, will be indicated as capital A, capital A, capital B, capital B, capital C, capital C. Okay, so this is dominant condition. And recessive condition ಅನ್ನೋದು small a, small b, small b, small c, small c. So this is dominant condition, students, and this is what a recessive condition. So when the dominant condition means the dominant alleles, when it undergo expression, so there is a synthesis of a multimeric protein will be occurs, and that multimeric protein ಗೆ melanin ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Melanin, which is responsible for the pigmentation of the skin. See, in the society, some of the individuals they are being found with black in color. So black in color andre such individuals nalli these 3 different dominant alleles are being present, which undergone expression, thereby a protein is got synthesized, and that protein is in the form of melanin, which is responsible for the coloration of the skin, that is black color. Clear? Now in some of the individuals, what we see in the society, they are very light, means very fair in color, white in color. Clear? And only in such individuals, the 3 recessive different alleles are being present, and they code for the character at the recessive condition, but ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಲನಿನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಕಲರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. I can say the very light color, or we can say in general terms a white color skin is being present. Okay children, now consider these are the genotypes of an individual. Consider as in a father, that is dominant alleles. Consider mother as in a recessive alleles. Now derive the gametes from that one. So the gametes ಅನ್ನೋದು, let I will write here, this is genotype, and ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು gametes ಆಗ್ತವೆ. So gametes always we have to take in the haploid condition. So thereby capital A, capital B, capital C, small a, small b, small c. Clear, students? Now after fertilization in the F1 generation, the individual is being found with a heterozygous condition like this. So here heterozygous dominant black color individual will be seen. Black color individual will be seen at the F1 generation. Now for raising the F2 generation, again what we have to do, students, we have to go for what? Selfing. So selfing nalli F1 is crossed with what? F1. So thereby consider again F1 individuals as the parent genotype. So parent genotype consideration ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ capital A small a, capital B small b, capital C small c is crossed with capital A small a, capital B small b, capital C small c. Clear, students? Now what are the types of gametes will be possible here? See, if monohybrid cross is there, you can easily derive the gametes. Homozygous condition idre similar type of gametes ಬರ್ತಾವೆ. ಅದೇ heterozygous condition ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ dissimilar type of gametes ಬರ್ತವೆ. Next to this, I will explain dihybrid cross. ಅಲ್ಲಿ two characteristics ಇರ್ತಾವ of the contrasting form. ಅಲ್ಲಿ we can easily go for deriving the gametes for raising the F2 individual. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಈ ತರ 3 heterozygous dominant alleles ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ of the F1 generation, how to raise the gametes? Now this same thing, if it was asked in the CET or the NEET, you are going to make the most time consuming process to make the probability of this one and finding out the 8 different gametes which I wrote on the board. Actually I thought to write at the light, but it will take more time, so already I wrote on the board. Clear? Igilli ಈ heterozygous condition of the F1 individual who is of a dominant black color, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 different alleles ಇದಾವ of heterozygous condition. So how to derive gametes for this one? So I told a very simple formula to know the number of gametes or possible gametes, that is 2 to the power of n. 2 to the power of n is the formula which can be applied to find out the types of gametes or the number of gametes which can be obtained from the F1 individual if conditions are like this, having more than 3 genes or 3 genes, etc. Clear? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ 2 to the power of n formula use ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, where n indicates the number of heterozygous alleles. The number of heterozygous alleles. ಇದು ತೆಲಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. n indicates what? The number of heterozygous alleles. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ just you can see at the bottom line of F1 individual 3 heterozygous alleles are there. So how you are going to identify? Capital A, small a, this is one heterozygous allele. Capital B, small b, second heterozygous allele. Capital C, small c, third heterozygous allele. Clear, students? So thereby just substitute in the formula, that is 2 to the power of 3. So 2 to the power of 3 antandre 2 into 2 into 2. So thereby students 8 possible gametes will be formed. So those 8 possible gametes only I wrote here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the 8 possible gametes of the F1 individual, and these are another 8 possible gametes of the another F1 individual. So consider the row as what? The male gametes, and column as what? The female gametes. Now you make a cross, then you can see the total number of individuals what is been obtained in the F2 generation. The probability I am telling you. Suppose if these individuals they undergone the crossing, clear? So definitely only 64 possibility of the genotypes will be occur. Okay, 64 possibility of the genotypes will be occur. Now let I go with that 64 possibility of genotypes which are being raised in the F2 generation. Clear, students? Now you can see, you can make the crossing like this: capital A, capital B, capital C with this one. Next capital A, capital A, capital B, capital C, like this. And capital A, capital A, capital B, small b, capital C, small c, like this. Capital A, capital A, capital B, small b, capital C, small c, like this. Next capital A, small a, capital B, capital B, capital C, capital C. So like this you just go on doing all these cross, students. Then you can see totally 64 genotypes will be obtained. Okay, I shown this one to you. The same thing will be continued by considering the second gamete. Make one gamete of one column and cross with all gametes of the which are present in the rows. So easily you can obtain all the 64 genotypes. So if I go on writing all these 64 genotypes, again it will take a time consuming process. But I shown here, just you make cross like this. Capital A, capital A, capital B, capital B, capital C, write like this. Next, capital A, capital A, capital B, capital B, capital C, small c. So like this you can go with all crosses of these raising F2 individuals. You can see 64 genotypes will be formed. Now these 64 genotypes of F2 individuals, when you make further analysis of this one, so those 64 individuals will be fall into this category students. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದಂದ್ರೆ one individual is purely blank, where 6 dominant alleles are being present. 6 dominant alleles are being present. ಅದು ಇದೇ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. 6 dominant alleles are being present. So this individual is pure black. Okay. Next, 6 dark individuals are there. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು 5 dominant alleles ಇರ್ತಾವ. 5 dominant alleles ಇರ್ತಾವ and ಒಂದು recessive allele ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಒಂದು recessive allele. RA indicates what a recessive allele. Try to understand. Next, 15 fairly dark. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು 4 dominant alleles ಇರ್ತಾವ and 2 recessive alleles ಇರ್ತಾವ. 2 recessive alleles ಇರ್ತಾವ. Next, 20 intermediate individuals of the F2 generation. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು 3 dominant alleles ಇರ್ತಾವ, 3 recessive alleles ಇರ್ತಾವ. Okay students. Now next, 15 fairly light. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು 2 dominant alleles ಇರ್ತಾವ, 4 recessive alleles ಇರ್ತಾವ. Next, 6 light. 6 light ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು dominant allele ಇರ್ತದ, 5 recessive alleles ಇರ್ತಾವ. And when it comes toward the 1 very light, means that individual is almost white in color, not having the melanin pigment or very less concentration of melanin pigment. He will be almost fair and white in color. So very light individual. He is having 6 recessive alleles. ಆ 6 recessive alleles ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ you can see students here, small a, small b, small c, when it is made cross here with small a, small b, small c, so at this block students, at this block small a, small a, small b, small b, small c, small c. So like this one individual, he will be completely homozygous recessive. Clear students? So this is how we can come to know what is the meaning of the polygenic inheritance. So polygenic inheritance nalli more than 3 genes, when they get inherited, that will control and determine the single character, and that single character for these 3 different genes is the skin color in human beings. Now next concept students, dihybrid cross. Dihybrid cross. So ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು many times in the previous examinations it was been asked for the 5 marks. Dihybrid cross. So what is dihybrid cross? Dihybrid cross andre it is a cross performed. It is a cross performed between two different parent plants. Two different parent plants. It is a cross performed between two different parent plants, differ by or differ with 2 characters. Differ with 2 characters having its contrasting form. Having its contrasting form. So it is called a dihybrid cross. So dihybrid cross means it is a cross performed between two different plants which are differ with the two characters, and those two characters they should possess the contrasting forms or opposite forms. So we already studied the monohybrid cross. In monohybrid cross we had been studied a cross is being made between the two different plants having the single character with its contrasting form. Now here we are going to study a cross between the two different plants having the two characters with its contrasting forms. Now which example we have to take? So we can take any two characters which are been found in the pea plant, which usually we study. So I will take one example, students. Example, yellow round shaped seeds, and green wrinkled shaped seeds. Yellow round shaped seeds, green wrinkle shaped seeds. So this I am going to consider as an example to perform the dihybrid cross. Ega, let me consider here only the genotype of it. This is dominant condition, capital Y, capital Y, capital R, and this is a recessive condition, small y, small r, small r. Now we have to go for what? Schematic representation. So schematic representation, it is very important. Schematic representation. So first we have to consider the parent phenotype. So what I mentioned here, that only have to write here. Once more, yellow round shaped seed, yellow round shaped seed, green wrinkled shaped seed, So this will become, students, the parent phenotype. Now parent genotype. So parent genotype ನಲ್ಲಿ yellow round shaped seed ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದರದು alleles ತಗೋಬೇಕು. Capital Y, capital R, and green wrinkled shaped seed, small y, small r. So ಇದು dominant condition ಆಗ್ತದ. This will become what? A recessive condition. Now both are should be crossed, means the mating should be performed, or pollination followed by fertilization should be performed between these two different plants which are differ by the two characteristics. Now what are the gametes of this one? Gametes, that is capital Y, capital R. So these are the gametes, small y, small r. So these are the gametes, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r. Now F1 individual, once the fertilization is being done or syngamy is being done, so what is the F1 in generation individual? F1 generation individual will be capital Y, small y, capital R, small r. Andre idu F1 individual is heterozygous yellow round shaped seeds, plant, or you can tell heterozygous yellow round shaped seeded plants antanu helaboudu. Seeded plants at the F1 generation. Now we have to go for raising the F2 generation. But in F1 generation, what it is indicating? It is indicating the law of dominance. So law of dominance ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದ? At the heterozygous condition, the dominant allele failed to show. I'm sorry, the dominant allele, it can show its dominancy over the recessive allele. So once again, at F1 individual or in F1 generation plant, it is coding for the law of dominance. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಹೆಟರೋಜೈಗಸ್ yellow round shaped seeded plants ಅನ್ನೋದು obtain ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ, and it is showing a law of dominance. So what law of dominance states? In the heterozygous condition, the dominant allele show its dominancy over the recessive allele, and when it show dominancy over the recessive allele failed to get expressed. So when it failed to get expressed, phenotypically the dominant character will be get visible in the progeny. So hence I can say ಇದು F1 individual plant ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, it is proving the law of dominance. Now to raise for the F2 generation plant, the selfing should be done. So selfing ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ? F1 is crossed with F1. F1 is crossed with F1. So when F1 is crossed with F1, again we have to go for taking the parents phenotype of F1 generation plants. So F1 generation plant nalli what we have to take, students? Heterozygous yellow round shape seeded plants is crossed with the same heterozygous yellow round shape seeded plants. ಈ ತರ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಫಿನೋಟೈಪ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದ ಆಫ್ ದಿ F1. Now students, F1 individual parent genotype. So that is capital Y, capital R, small r is crossed with capital Y, capital R, small r. Now gametes of it. So here gametes capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small r, small y, capital R, small y, small r. So these are the 4 possible gametes of the F1 generation plant, and here it is following the third law of the Mendel, that is law of independent assortment. So what law of independent assortment states? It states that in a F1 generation individual, a pair of characters are there. Which are exist in the hybrid individual. So here, while distribution of alleles occurring for the gamete formation, these alleles they move independently. So that is a law of independent assortment. So law of segregation, it is different from the law of independent assortment. In law of segregation, what it states, the distribution of alleles are occurring equally during the formation of the gamete, such that gamete will receive one allele of the pair. And here, in law of independent assortment, in the pair of characters present in the F1 hybrid individual, a pair of character will move independently for the formation of the gamete during meiosis, and another pair of character will move independently for the formation of the gamete during meiosis. And these gametes, when they undergo fertilization, that leads to the formation of the zygote, which forms a new combination. So overall I can say, in law of independent assortment ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದಂದ್ರೆ, while distribution of alleles are occurring in terms of the pair, these alleles move independently for the formation of the gamete during meiosis cell division. Clear? Now these are the 4 possible type of gametes. And for this F1 individual also, the same type of gametes will come: capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small y, capital R, and small y, small r. So like this, 4 possible gametes will be formed. Now we have to raise for the F2 generation individuals. For this F2 generation individual, we have to use Punnett square. So Punnett square ಅನ್ನೋದು ಈ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದ. So it is a graphical method to determine the phenotypic and genotypic ratio which is present in the F2 individuals. So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ we have to use a square box use ಮಾಡಿ divide the square box into rows and columns like this. Okay students, now indicate all those gametes: capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small r, small y, capital R, small y, small r, and capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small r, small y, capital R, small y, small r. So these are all what? The possible type of gametes. And ಈ gametes ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಈ ತರ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ. So then only these are considered as what? Gametes. Like this. We have to make a cross. And ಈ ಒಂದು ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ indicate as a pollen grain and another side as what? Egg. Now, once the fertilization is occurred, once the seed formation is being formed or occurred in the F2 individual, once the plants are being raised, totally how many plants will be obtained at the F2 generation? 4 into 4 probability means 16 plants will be obtained. So those 16 plants, the genotype, at what form it will be? You see, capital Y, capital Y, capital R, capital R. This is the first dominant condition. Next, capital Y, capital Y, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, capital R, capital R, capital Y, small y, capital R, small r, capital Y, capital Y, capital R, small r, capital Y, capital Y, small r, small r, capital Y, small y, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, small r, small r. Next, capital Y, small y, capital R, capital R, capital Y, small y, capital R, small r, small y, capital R, capital R. Right students? Next, small y, capital R, small r, and capital Y, small y, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, small r, small r, small y, capital R, small r, small y, small r, small r. So these are the 16 different plants. These are 16 different plants which are being obtained at a F2 generation. Now you see, in this 16 different plants, when we study the phenotypic ratio of it, so the phenotypic ratio will be 9:3:1. So this is the phenotypic ratio. ಈ phenotypic ratio ನಲ್ಲಿ 9 plants ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, they are heterozygous, or I can say it's a phenotypic ratio, right? So thereby yellow, round shaped seeded plants ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. Yellow round shaped seeded plants. Next, another 3 will be yellow wrinkled shaped seeded plants ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. Next, another 3 will be, that is a green round shaped seeded plants ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. Okay, and last one will be green wrinkled shaped seeded plants ಇರೋದು. ಈ ತರ the ratio of the phenotype will be 9:3:3:1. Now which are 9 plants we have to check it. So 9 plants notary. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are 9 yellow round shaped seeded plants, and all they have the dominant character. Might be some they have a homozygous, some they have a heterozygous. That we have to analyze at the genotypic ratio. Next, yellow wrinkled shaped seeded plants. Yellow wrinkled antandre ili barta. That is yellow wrinkled. This is 1, 2 and 3. These are yellow wrinkled. Okay, students. Next, green round shaped seeded plants ಅನ್ನೋದು 1, 2 and 3. These are green round. Okay, and last one plant which is completely recessive condition, that is green wrinkled shaped seeded plant ಅನ್ನೋದು this one. So like this, students, the phenotypic ratio will be 9:3:3:1, and genotypic ratio is there, but that is not found in our syllabus, but I will put it. What is the genotypic ratio? So just I will mention the genotypic ratio. So this can be useful at the entrance point of view. Genotypic ratio, that is 1:2:2:4 1:2:1:2:1. So that is the genotypic ratio. You count those numbers: 1 plus 2, 3, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So those are the 16 possibility of the genotypic plants, where one will be completely homozygous dominant and another will be completely homozygous recessive. So this is all about, students, the dihybrid.